Hello, I'm trying to get comfortable here. I couldn't find anywhere to set up this camera. I've got a wonky tripod, so it's all gone a little bit wrong. I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm back in London. Yes, maybe I'll hold it in my hand. That might be a bit better. Do you like my water bottle? It's made of copper. It's very exciting, isn't it? Yeah, not really. But I am back in London. I've been in London since last week. That is why I did not do a live stream last week from YouTube, although I did do one from Twitch on Monday, and there was two people that came to watch. One of them was my brother and one of them was my nephew. But it was nice to have somebody because he'd assured me that everyone would be coming to flock to see me on Twitch, and nobody did. So yeah, but I might do another Twitch tomorrow if anybody's around. I'm Elise Harris won there because Elise Harris adorable. I'm late to the party with that one. Talking of which, somebody was talking about going back to MySpace because apparently YouTube is stopping people doing music live streaming. So they're looking for all sorts of ways to get the live streaming back again. And yeah, so somebody was saying let's go back to MySpace. So I was just trying to log into my MySpace just now, which is still there, but it's got no content or no. I think I've still got two friends that are still there. Twitchless these. No, I've got a Twitch. I have got a Twitch. But I've also got MySpace, but it's got nothing on it. It used to be very useful indeed. Hello! Oh yes, I used to Llandrindod Wells was part of my beat when I worked at the Brecon and Radnor Express. So very, very occasionally I would go up there to cover some sort of story that was in the county courts, but I was only there for a couple of months, so I didn't really do much there. I went to Hay-on-Wye in the snow once. That was interesting. I had a really, really old car that it was, I think, 17 years old and owned by about 5 people when I bought it, and I had to fix it by putting loads of, there were loads of holes in it, rust holes, and I filled it all up. So I tried to drive in the winter to Hay-on-Wye from Brecon, and then it stopped and the snow started and it all covered up, and I got very, very panicky, and I sat in my car because I had to cover a council meeting. I sat in my car for about an hour trying to make it work and panicking and thinking I'm going to die. And then it started, and then I had to just really very carefully up country roads in the snowy, blizzardy weather. Anyway, that's nothing to do with Llandrindod Wells. It's just that's somewhere else that I covered when I worked at the Brecon and Radnor Express. Fun story. No, it's not. I was just reminded of, have you seen, I'm thinking of ending it. It just reminded me of that, the whole snowstorm thing. Anyway, very like that. Anyway, hello from London, living in Paris. I'm not living in Paris, you are, but yes. Yes, Radnorshire. Used to be Radnorshire, is not anymore. Brecon and Radnor, hence that. Anyway, whatever. 7 people come to see me talking about rubbish. Rubbish? Yes, rubbish. It is rubbish. Hello from Malta. Ooh, I don't know. It feels a bit weird because I can't go anywhere, and now they've changed the rules. So basically, I'm just going to go from work to home, to home to work, to work to home, to work to home, to work to home, because I'm a key worker now. Have to be very careful. But I have been not wearing a mask on the way there because it's an open space. But I'm thinking of probably from tomorrow walking to it with the yes, not Stephen from Malta, not Paris. Yeah, Malta is good. Yeah. Is there some other Stephen from... Hello, from Hickory, North Carolina. Wow, I'm multinational. I've got Paris and Malta and Hickory, North Carolina, and somebody else was there that... Yeah, Boheme didn't say where he lived. I'm assuming it's here. Boheme did not say where they lived, and so I've got no idea. It could be anywhere. Anyway, the rules have changed tomorrow in Britain so that you can have 6 people meeting inside or outside. Well, I don't know. Peterborough. Oh, well. England. There you go. Multinational. 4 countries, all in one place. Yes, excellent. 4 people meeting all in one place. 8 some people not even speaking. 8, 9 including me. 9, is this against rules? 9 people all in the same place. That's okay because it's not till tomorrow. We're fine. It's all virtual anyway, isn't it? Virtual hugs. Yes. So, yes, I am back at, I work in schools, and so I'm back there. Of course, there is no social distancing there, and everybody, all the little tiny kids, get very, very sick very, very quickly, and I'm just up helping people. So, if things happen, they will happen, and that is just all that will happen. And I can't really do anything about that. But I could not go in, but then I wouldn't have a job. So, I don't get paid until like next week. So I'm at the moment, I haven't had any money since end of July. That's when the furlough ran out, and they decided they weren't going to pay any more furlough. Maths, no, there's none of that, because it's very small children, and the under 11s you don't have to wear anything with. Basically, there's some people do if they're shielding, but it's not massively encouraged, so it's not particularly safe, I don't think, but we shall see what happens. I'm just gonna... There's a lot of hand washing. A lot of washing of hands. If my hands fall off, that will be why. Washing and washing and washing and washing and washing. Wash when you come in. No, I'm not having a flu jab. Not anything. It's all a little bit uncertain, really. But I've got my copper thing. Copper kills viruses and bacteria. Yeah, basically it's witchcraft. I'm just relying on witchcraft. Because that's all you can do. And my hand gel. Hand gel and witchcraft. Hand gel and copper. Ooh. I've got many masks, but I can't really wear them in school. But Lucky Charms, exactly. I don't know what's good. And can't really go in the staff room. There's only 4 people allowed in at a time, and it's going to be even more. And it's obviously, if you're coming in and out, it's not practical. So what I'm going to have to do is bring in a packed lunch and eat my packed lunch in a little corner. And that will be what I will be doing. First, I'll be going from here to there, to there, to here, to here, to there, to here. It's nowhere else. Nothing else. Yes, exactly, Mike. Oh, it's magic. Magic. I haven't got a silver bottle. That would be very expensive. A hammer. I thought you said a hamster then. Yes, a hamster is microbiotic. Macrobiotic? That's not. Anti-Mac. Yes, it's anti-Mac. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, talking about which, I have just finished seeing all but one of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Well, hello, Philip. That is a bit of a segue, but it's true. Yes, this is why you throw coins in wells. Good, yes. Silver kills bugs, especially if they land on them. Squish, they go. Squish, the bug goes. Blang. That's very cruel, though, so don't throw silver on a bug. Eating bugs, that might be the thing for the future. I was looking it up, and human-grade bug eating is quite expensive. If you buy the ones that are for the birds, my mum was buying worms for the birds, but you can buy the same worms, but they're suitable for human consumption. I'm not sure what makes them different. If the birds can eat them, surely you can eat them too. But there you go. Alcohol kills, yes, exactly. Oh, Maxwell had a silver hammer. Good point. Yes, yes. That's obviously what Maxwell was doing. He was just bopping people on the head with his, because he was training to be a doctor. He was just, doing it for the good of society, making sure that nobody had any. Yeah, it's better than an antibiotic. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they've been cleaned. Yes, everything's been cleaned. Yay! It's all good. Vinegar, yes, I'll just be drinking vinegar and all these things. I'm gonna have to. It's like in the Middle Ages, and they used to have posies and nosegays in order to ward off the germs. So I can go past and I can get some lavender, a load of lavender, and stick it in my pocket and stick it in my mask, and that'll be good enough. Especially, right, if I put a load of lavender in my mask, then it will block the air, and so no air will get through, or I'll probably suffocate too, to be honest. Maybe that's not an idea. It is an idea. Maybe it's not a good idea. There's a difference between ideas and good ideas. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, I finished watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I got to season 12. There was a very moving dance scene. Mac danced, and it wasn't. I thought, is this going to be played for laughs? Is this going to be ridiculous? But it wasn't. It was very moving. And then a couple of days later, That was, I think, on not last Friday, the Friday before. And then the day after that, I was still at home in Wales, at home. I'm in London now, is that my home? I don't know. They do well because I don't know. Anyway, and then the next day I saw Britain's Got Talent before I came back, and I saw a very moving dance sequence there. Poem was a bit cheesy, but the dance sequence was amazing, and I cried again. So I cried at two dance sequences, and then everybody complained about the dance sequence. I don't know, Bohem. I really don't know. I don't think that. I think it's because all the schools were shut. I think that's probably the only reason. When you look at it, you will find they shut all the schools and magically everyone was safe. And so they haven't really got the studies. And that is the main reason. I think that might be a thing to look at. Anyway, so two dance sequences that were and then I'm thinking of ending it, and there was a dance sequence in that. Now, I'm not a massive fan of dance normally, but that's three moving dance sequences in things that are otherwise a bit not that moving. I'm thinking of ending it was like, alright. Britain's Got Talent was like, but a good dance sequence, and I'm still not sure. I've seen all but one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I'm still not sure whether I want to see it. But I've seen it now, so there you go. I haven't seen the Chardy McDennis 2 Electric Boogaloo episode, because I saw the Chardy McDennis first one, and I thought, this is stupid. Not that any of the other episodes were any better. And it's great. It's all tragic and it's terrible, and that's why it's interesting. It's one of those things. Anyway, I've seen it all now, so I can't say, oh well, I haven't seen it, because I have seen it. Oh, I've gone all fuzzy. Yeah. So if I'm coming out in and out of focus here, I don't know whether I am or not. It's just because I'm at the top of the stairs and back in focus. Or am I? I don't know. So I don't know because I've seen that. So I've seen all there is to see on all of the channels, on all of the Netflix. And what am I watching? We're Here. I'm watching that on, because that has come to Sky. That's something to see. But that's where some drag queens that were in RuPaul's Drag Race go. Thank you very much. Go around and they do some like makeovers, and it's basically like Tu Wong Fu or Priscilla Queen of the Desert, really. But it's also, there was a thing called Drag SOS in this country. So it's basically exactly the same as that. But all of these things are being claimed by... It's not a massively original idea, going to somebody's town and doing some makeovers. But it's exactly the same as Drag SOS. And yet they've got different creators, and they don't seem to have So it's interesting that rather than buy the format these days, I think the countries have just gone, we'll just get away with it and we'll give somebody else the credit for this thing that's exactly the same as this other thing. And that is the way of the world. And I think we're just going to have to accept that whatever it is, somebody else is going to get credit for it, because that's basically the... And another thing, I just heard yesterday that Penguin, McVitie's Penguin, are asking for jokes, and they're asking for jokes to be submitted, and they're going to put them on the bars, that's what they're called, on the wrappers of the penguins, these jokes, and they're going to give, whoever puts a good joke in, they're going to give them a couple of penguins. Not like the birds, that would be fun. A couple of chocolate penguins, which I can't eat anyway because they're all like wheaty and that. They were nice when I was a kid, but I can't pick up a penguin anymore and eat it because I'll get sick. But they are just going to give a bunch of penguins to anyone that submits the joke. And this is very controversial because it's like, well, that's not very good payment, really. And also, I've got a funny feeling that a lot of these jokes are going to be somebody else's jokes. So people that have, and the trouble is with a lot of comedians now, can't go out and do their gigs because of lockdown. So their jokes that are out in the wild already, might be on YouTube or something, people are going to go, or Twitter, maybe they've tweeted these jokes, and it's like, hey, I've tried this out, and I'll do it in my set. Now, they can't do it in their set anymore, and people, the members of the public, and take these jokes, somebody else's jokes, submit them to Penguin. Penguin has now got the rights to use these jokes, and the person that submitted them has got a couple of chocolate bars, and the person whose joke it was has got nothing, and they'll starve in their little garret. There's not even a garret. You can't even get a garret these days. Garret, the selling price for garret is way too high. Yeah, just be dying in a sort of ditch. Luxury, a ditch. You probably can't even get a ditch. I don't know what the market price for a ditch is. It's probably all about the same as a garret. About the same as a garret, which is, I think, a sort of attic. Is it an attic? Diana Rigg. Oh, poor Diana Rigg. Yes. What do I think of Britney? I think it's terrible that Britney, I don't know what the latest is. I know that she was asking that her father be removed as her, because she's being controlled. She's a grown-up person. She deserves a bit of agency. And do they pay people who they... No, they don't pay people who... If you do a vox pop, you just go, hello, person on the street, tell me some stuff. Thank you very much, person on the street. Bye. No, they do not tend to pay people that are contributing to on-the-street interviews or news, unless they are... No, there are some things that contribute to news, but generally not. I know when I was a journalist, I was always wanting to go on one of those 100 greatest things, and they used to invite some journalists and comedians, and then I started to be a comedian. I was like, maybe they'll invite me now. No, they never invited me. But, they pay the interviewer. Yeah, of course they pay the interviewer. The interviewer is probably... Well, they used to pay the interviewer. I don't know whether they do now, because they get away with not paying people all the time. Anyway, those 100 greatest things, hardly any of the people that were in those got paid at the time, but this was a while ago. They might get paid now. I don't know. Hello! I'm fine, thank you very much, Mark. I was just talking about how I'm a key worker and back to... So I'm all right now. How long I will remain being all right is another matter. I don't know. See, my hand's shaking because I'm just trying to rest it on something. There's nowhere that I can put it where it's standing up straight and it's going to hold, because I've got a wonky tripod and it's not really... See? That's not good, is it? Rotate device. See? So I'm going to have to hold it in my hand. So, why did these idiots allow themselves to be exploited, you say? Well, it's all about exposure. Hey, do this thing for free and you'll get exposure. Which was all in the before times. Not really a great deal, but at least you could go, well, I will go on these things and I will contribute my ideas, and then I will get some work out of it, and I will get some actual paid work out of it. But nowadays, because there's no actual paid work anymore, and there's no real circuit, and you can't really do any live theatre and live comedy and live musicianship or anything like that, and because you can't really get any money from streaming music or anything, because Spotify don't pay very much, because the people that tour don't really make much money, even when they were touring. Basically, the promise of exposure is an empty promise. There's no point. Exposure was always an illusion, but it's even more of an illusion now. Doubly so. Terribly terrible idea. Do not work for exposure. Exposure can kill you. Out in the cold, in the snow, like I was in Brecon. If you go back, you'll see what that reference to. Or I'm thinking of ending it. Or the people in the ditch. Anyway, people in the ditch do not have a lot of fun. I'm thinking of it now. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the remake of it, and I don't think I've seen the film of it. Why do I know what it is? I think I've just read the book. Have I read the book? This is weird, because I don't consciously remember reading the book or seeing any of the adaptations, and yet I know what it is. Very strange. Oh, talking of which, Brave New World, that's a good adaptation. That was one of my favourite books when I was about 13 or 14. Yes, BJ, I agree with you. Very bad. when I was 13 or 14, it was my favourite book, and then everyone's like, "Oh no, Animal Farm's the one," and oh well, it's quite. And then I think it got a reputation for being a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, I really like the adaptation. It's slightly different to the book, but not significantly so. And now I can't remember the book, so I'm gonna have to. Even though I read the book loads of times when I was a small child, I suppose 14 isn't really a small child. Loads of times when I was a teenager, I'll say that. I can't remember anything about it, but I'm pretty sure I've got several copies. Oh, I remember. I've also got a copy. Last time I tried to read it, I tried to read it in French. So I hampered myself because my French isn't brilliant. But I've got a copy of French and a copy in English. So maybe I'll look at both at the same time and see whether I can learn more French. Yes, so Britney Spears' dad, as some people in the comments that side, that side, have been saying, is not a great role model or person, and you really don't know. Yes, I know, BJ. I can't help poor Britney Spears, but I do feel for her, and I think it's very terrible what happened, and I hope that she has a happier life in the future going forward. But, yes. Nice. Bad for Britney. Yes. Leave Britney alone! Other people have made money and a career on that whole thing, but not me. I have a feeling that I was going, leave Britney alone. It's been and done and gone. But yes, still, even after all this time, you can see that he had a point. They had a point. I'm not sure how to. Anyway, Chris Crocker. Is Chris Crocker a they now? I don't know. I've lost track what Chris Crocker is identifying as. Anyway, Chris Crocker is probably still around in the way that, what I saw the other week. Yeah, Kelly. Do you remember Kelly back in the YouTube day? Shoes. Now there's a good one with masks. I thought that was good. A comeback. Everyone's due for a comeback. I never had a first come. No, so I can't come back because I never had my first flow, really. That sounds weird. Forget that. Anyway, yeah. Is what an American thing? I don't know. Chris Crocker is, I don't know. Recap the whole YouTube. Look back and all that. There needs to be some sort of recap of YouTube. Yeah, recap of the last 16, how long has it been? 15 years of YouTube. I've only been here for 14 years. Oh my gosh. Yes, 15 years ago. Look up Leave Britney Alone for 15 years ago. Oh my goodness me. And Kelly, look up Kelly. Look up all the stuff. Chocolate Rain. Yes, recap. Me. At one point. Even me. I had my 2 minutes. Not even 15 minutes. My 2 minutes of fame. Might have only been a minute because, I got featured on the front page of the very first British YouTube, when they feature things, the very first British YouTube feature page, and I immediately went from 5 stars to hardly any. It wasn't stars then, it was thumbs up. No, it was stars. That's right, it's thumbs up now. I have been in Wikipedia, but then somebody, after 3 or 4 or 5 years, decided that they didn't like me, and they started a campaign to get me off Wikipedia, and so I'm not on Wikipedia anymore. Very sad indeed, and I'm never going to have a Wikipedia page again, even if I'm the most famous person on the whole entire world, in the world, not in the world, it is on the world really, because we're standing on the surface. If I was the most famous person in the world, they still would not let me have a Wikipedia page, which is very, 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 very sad indeed. Never mind, I had my 2 minutes. A long time ago. So far in the past. I'll never reclaim that. So sad. That's okay. You know exactly. You know who we are. Yeah, people that already know me know who I am. People that don't know me are never gonna know. Never. So sad. Anyway, yeah. It is. Anyway, if you want to watch me on Twitch tomorrow, this will be more of the same. I'll basically be doing the same rubbish where I'm just talking at the camera on Twitch. tomorrow at, what's a good time? 7? Is 7 a good time? At 7ish, maybe. The new Homes Outfits things, is that the thing with the Stranger Things woman, girl? She'll be a woman soon. Very much like Britney Spears, not quite a woman, but not quite a girl. That's not right. Not a woman, not a girl, not a woman. Yeah, I can't remember what the Britney Spears song is. Not a girl, yeah, not yet a woman. That one, yeah. Anyway, that woman, girl, woman. Yes, once you're hit 14, you're probably a woman, but you're still a girl. You're a girl, woman. Depends what you're doing, really. You've got some agency, but you can't really do everything, and you still are a girl, a child. Anyway, whatever. Yes, I've got a simian line on my hands. I've done so many things. From the makers of Fleabag, what is the... Okay, yeah, not my hand. I'm all confused. I'm all confused now. So I think I'll sort of go in a minute and then I'll leave you to it. But thank you very much for joining me, all 11 of you. And I will, join me on Twitch. As I say, I'm Elise Harris 1 on Twitch. Every single other place. Even on Twitter, I got Elise Harris. I was in there first. On Gmail, I got Elise Harris, I was in there first. On YouTube, I got in there first. But I'm not the only Elise Harris on Twitch. Not probably I am Elise Harris 1. 1 is the loneliest number. Except if you're socially distancing and you've got a support bubble that won't let you in anymore because they've got 6 people already and now you can't go and visit anybody. You'll be very, very lonely. 1 is a very lonely number, but it's not as lonely as 7 if you are the only person that can't go and join in the support bubble and you're all on your own. I don't know what the rule is anymore. I just looked and I couldn't work it out. It's all different. It's like 4 different rules, whether you're in Wales or Scotland or Ireland or England. And I'm not sure what mine is. It doesn't really make any difference. I'm living in a household with one other person and I'm going into work and there's about 1 million people there. But they're mostly under 11, but not all of them. I don't know how it works. I'm not going anywhere anyway. Why was MySpace? Well, MySpace was good and then it went bad. And now there's nothing there. I just tried to log into my MySpace. And I in order to log into my MySpace, I had to log into my Yahoo account, which I haven't used, it turns out, for over a year, because when I actually logged into my Yahoo account, which I had to reset the password for using my Gmail, I found that all of my emails, the ones that I carefully collected and made sure all my emails, my memories, are all gone. They're all gone. Very much like GeoCities went a long time ago. My GeoCities, very, very... That went and came and went. I used to like GeoCities. Anyway, so now MySpace, nothing there. And my Yahoo, nothing there. My GeoCities, gone with the wind. All gone, 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 gone. And I'm on Twitch now. That's probably going to be gone. I'm sure I've had many other accounts with many other places. There was some video site on the early days of YouTube that you could get money for. And I made like £30 in like 2 days. And I was really, really happy. And then I put my stuff on MySpace because it let you share them. And then I made more money. And then MySpace went, no, you can't put these videos. I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, TikTok. I've never been on TikTok. I don't even know whether I would fit in there. I've got an Instagram and I hardly ever post on that. I did post some things last week. I posted a cloud that looked like a rabbit and myself in a mask. Hello, Andy. I was just about to go. You're always late to the party. Late to my party of 13, 14 including me. That's far too many people, as I said. Yeah, so you're going to have to skip back to the start if you want to see me talking rubbish. You probably don't. But I'm going to go now and have a cup of tea and get ready for the week ahead. I tell you what, though, I've done a lot of steps in the last week because I've because I have to go all the way around. I used to cut through a different school to get to this one. Can't go through because of this whole situation, so I'll have to go 40 minutes around. So I have to walk there and I have to walk back. So I've done a lot of steps, a lot of walking. So thank you very much. I will see you then. I will see you on Twitter. No, I will see you on, where am I talking about? Twitch. That's it. And then I will see you next week on YouTube. See you soon. Bye bye.